and the audio's tied in and all. There was no problem. But the owner of Sounds by Dave, and by the way, his name was Dave, he ran me out of the store. He says, "Don't come in here. I don't care what you. I don't want to sell you anything." And I said, "No, what you've got here is all just junk. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I did my little radio nerd thing, and you know what? He didn't appreciate it." I went back there later, and I showed him the receipt, and I said, "Hey, I could have spent $1,800 here, which wouldn't have been a problem. But I found this little system over at J.C. Penney's," and he goes, "Well, that's just junk." And I said, "No, it's the only stuff that would survive in an RF environment, which is where I'm putting this equipment. It's in my home." And he said, "Well, your sort of demands are not realistic."
Well, certainly not typical.
Well, I'm glad I did it, because it really, hey, I was able to do what I wanted to do. She was able to do what she wanted to do without stress.
So you're just causing trouble all over.
Oh, it was fun, Jerry. These guys, the younger people that were just salespeople on the floor, they were actually interested and said, "Well, how is this?" And I said, "Look, I work in the broadcast industry, and I'm around stuff like this all the time. And, just because one piece of equipment is emitting an RF signal, this stuff here is standing there going, oh, I don't even know it's there. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do."
Yeah, well, they didn't understand that. He didn't understand that.
Oh, no. And Dave, the guy that Sounds by Dave, he's still there in Chico. He's still there. The shop is. I don't know if it's the same owner, but nonetheless, he was on the verge of actual violence.
But he's still going through.
Oh, probably. Yeah, the customer, in fact, what it was really bothering him, he says, "Look," he says, there's people in here, and you're making my stuff look bad." And I said, "Really?"
Oh, maybe it is bad.
It was all high-end stuff, Kerry. I mean, the big names that we all know. And then to look at a little tiny J.C. Penney modular component system, and it was absolutely flawless. It's, audio volume. I mean, right there at the phono input, right there at the RCA connectors, I've got rubber ducks within 1 inch, and the thing was going, "Hey, I don't know what's going on."
Yeah, well, what year was this?
1984.
Oh, okay. What brand of stuff was he selling?
You mean the professional high-end audio facility?
Yeah, he's selling that. He is not referring to pennies.
Right. Well, he had all the stuff in there. I mean, there was, all the really expensive stuff.
And Weed, Pioneer.
Oh yeah, all of that and more. The stuff that was like, yeah, I'm not an aficionado. You know more about the name brands than I do.
Well, they built stereo equipment. Your issue is not even a thought in the back of their head anywhere. That's not what they're doing. And, if they're building it into a metal cabinet and all that, like whoever was probably making it for pennies, there was a reason they did that, but it was probably not your reason.
Oh, no. And by the way, it was very handsome-looking stuff. The tuner was really good. And, people say you get what you pay for. Well, going out with an RF rat nest like that, I mean, and those were clean. They were all ICOM handhelds, and a little Alenco, the really early Alenco 222, but none of these transmitters were over 1.5 watts.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when people were running around with set decks, and some with 8-track even still, at the time of And that was really a big deal and popular. I discovered how easy it was to destroy one of those sitting next to the traffic light on the boulevard in Napa with a fire watcher more keyed down of some kind of RF, typically out of a CB back then.
Oh, Dave, I did that on the Bay Bridge there many times coming home on a Friday afternoon. You know, traffic is at a standstill. And there's some idiot in a convertible, Euro trash something or other next to me. And he's got his Class D Boomba Boomba box going, and it was really fun to actually blank his amplifier.
Oh yeah, it's quite entertaining. I found it much harder to do after people really stopped out with tape decks, but it seemed to be that the tape heads were super sensitive.
Well, really, you and I both know. I mean, simple bypassing techniques for RF at high impedance inputs like that. Gosh, it's pretty easy to do and eliminate. If not eliminated, really attenuated tremendously.
Yeah, it would just be great fun to see down and the stereos of knobs, and you'd watch these people at the next lane or two over, grabbing knobs and, well, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, caused some real mean confusion there. It's like, I just got this, I spent $4,000 on this for my audio, and there's a guy sitting next to me, and he's got this ugly little grin on his face, and every time it goes crazy, I look at him, and he's almost laughing. That was me.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, JCPenney had a line of stereo stuff around that time that actually wasn't bad.
It could have been that. It was all silver in color, but Kerry, every bit of the enclosure was 100% made out of metal.
They had a special name for that series of stuff. I can't remember what it is.
Well, I remember modular component system.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't monstrous, and power output, I don't think it was more than 35 watts a channel, but it was ample for what I had going on here. And cleanliness, oh God, it sounded fine.
Oh, they were supposed to be done. Of course, that a lot of them, right? How to get the noise breaks down, so they just block it up.
Oh, yeah, well, the price on it, gee whiz, I mean, I looked at Carol and said, well, gosh, we could have spent $1,800 over there. I said, yeah, well, look at this entire package with all the connections and everything like that. It's, I think it was tax that came out. It was less than $900, Gary. $879.
Yeah, you got to look at a lot more Chevys than Oldsmobiles because there's a lot more obnoxious.
Oh, exactly. Anyway, it was a fun experience, but and I realized that was a little rude. And by the way, I was a nice guy. I was actually having fun causing trouble, but I was being nice about it. But the owner at Sounds by Dave, he went ballistic.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, dinking around like this is kind of fun. But, by the way, I've never been back in the place. I don't think he'd remember me now. It was, a long time ago.
I don't know. I'm going to call him up and tell him.
Yeah, say, hey, that idiot up there in Paradise still is around, and he's still causing trouble. Yeah, I'm going to review your equipment.
Yeah, just pull up out front and Betty and see how we have
Well, that's right. By the way, Betty, when I used to work, I'd check things out. I'd pull that thing out of the garage and, put the whip on top of the loading coil. And the only trouble I had was when I was within 20 or 30 feet of the Dish Network antenna. I was actually putting enough RF on it to where I could actually cause that, and that's down converting from what, KU band down to 1 gig.
Yeah, use 10 meters, it's usually pretty easily about it.
But in this case here, I found that it was 75 and 40 up close, and at that time when I was doing it, it was only 100 watts. I don't know what it would be like now. well, anyway, there's no one here to be able to give me, yeah, there's a problem. I can't run back and forth between the transmitter and the receiver. But it's okay.
More coffee.
Yeah, it's surprising how the conditions have mellowed out here, Carrie. The wind event is over, obviously now. But boy, what a night! I tell you what, I was very concerned. I thought I was going to lose the damn tower. But I'm glad it did not. And actually, I thought, the power company would, cut the power last night. They rescinded the notification, I guess, later on, the day before yesterday. I told you, they're going to have a power outage. And the notification later yesterday, about 2 hours after I'd spoken with Dave, here comes this text message saying, okay, weather conditions have changed, so, we're not going to do this. And last night I'd fallen asleep on the couch. It was about 9:15. I noticed the wind was picking up. I went to bed and I went, holy cow, what the hell is this? And up and down, several times during the night, but I did wake up and there was a power outage. I don't know when it happened, but it was out for approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes. So when I woke up, it was on. It's pretty funny to see this safety power shut-off stuff, and then they go, okay, everything's fine, no problem. And yet that was the worst event when you would think that they would shut it off, and they always say, maybe we better not do this because it'll make everybody angry.
Definition for BLM.
Oh, yeah.
Biden loves minors.
That's pretty good.
Damn, look at the time, would you?
Is it getting that close there?
No, I'll be here for another 20 minutes, so I gotta go.
Do you have stuff on the bench there?
Yeah, looks like I gotta round up all the garbage and get the fire going. Anyway, I gotta run down the hall here in a minute. I'll be back here in the
Okay, I'll stand by here. This is WA6Q. David, I know you have a long way to go there, so. You probably can't even hear me from where your Radio Shack is located. This is WA6Q trashing the frequency from Northern California. Hello, K6DHT. This is WA6Q. Hello, one. Hello, 5. No, that's okay. K7KF, are you on frequency yet? Oh, I thought Air John might be listening with a cup of coffee. Well, I'm not going to be here as long this morning either. I'm very glad that I didn't do the full job over there at Marina's. You know, she came out and said, forget the deck, forget that, the wind is going to blow. I said, well, you know, makes it easier for me if I, you know, get, she was insistent. So I said, okay, I didn't want to argue. You know, it was another knife fight. Actually, I'm glad I didn't spend the time now because it's all for nothing at this point.
Ron, you been down to the J-Crud place down there in your camping again? I didn't quite catch that. Have I been down to where in Canby? The J-Crud place down there in Canby. Oh, no, I haven't. I was thinking of doing a tour down there if they were receptive, but then the virus hit. Oh, I didn't even know they were made there. That's that big clock that goes on the wall and has the moving map. Yeah. Oh, you know, Canby is an interesting place. There's little low-rise manufacturing facilities, high-tech stuff just poked all over the place in there. There's something like that Blackbird Street that that's my 41st birthday. That'll work. Yeah, well, that used to be a really expensive product, and years ago, it seemed to me like they were $1,000. Sal got one not long ago, and I forgot what he did, and it wasn't near as expensive. But you can use large screen TV now, and I'd like to give you the next reading, if you would please, here, Jerry. Jerry, I'd like to have you look at chapter 16, verses 1 to 8. 9 to 16. 9 to 16, over. All right, if you might give a couple of calls. The next reading would be...
Oh yeah, well that's great. No, the kind of guy you want to trade with or do business with. Sounds like it anyway. Okay. And I just had a copy of an ad on PDXh for what you think. Yeah, so probably get you to agree with that. 21. And when they had reached the gospel's destiny, Lyconian and Queen Antioch. Back to Gary, picking up at 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples, exhorting them to continue with the faith. We had a high yesterday of 54.54, low to 429.29. Barometric pressure is 30.29. Down about 4.2. And let's see, we would wind is that's variable, light is variable. Pretty much out the east, southeast at between 2 and 3 miles per hour. So look out here at the trees, stuff like that. I didn't see any air movement there at all. But if I'm looking at the thermometer on the weather station out there, the little, I call it a barbecue. That's just a little bit. So that's what we got here. Just one all. Level gauges all flicker. Flashlight look. Gauge 718, before Roger. Anybody else? No. Good morning, Steve. Yeah, anybody else involved? KJ7 PNL, good morning. Rick, anybody else involved? How about check in some Milwaukee Jack? Yeah, good morning, Joe. This is WA7STV, and we've got those records from warm water, and I will see you around tomorrow. That's it. WA7STV, you won't be here tomorrow, alrighty. Alrighty, how about checking Fido? Anybody else, Fido?
Good for the body.
Awesome, Kirby. There you go. What is God to put a yoke upon the neck? Put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear. But we believe that through the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, we shall be saved, even as they. Then all the multitude kept silence and gave audience to Barnabas and Paul, declaring what miracles and wonders God had wrought among the Gentiles by them. And after they had held their peace, James answered, saying, Men and brethren, hearken unto me. Simon hath declared how God, as the first, did visit the Gentiles to take out of them the people for his name. And to this agree the words of the prophets as it is written. Verse 16, after this I will return, and I will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up. Verse 17 is next, Jerry. Back it comes. This is AG7BS.
I looked at that, but I can't convince myself that it would do me any good here. I don't have any DMR, I don't have anything except fusion, and that's just limited to church radio.
Can't you follow through the internet on it?
I don't know how that would work with that, Dan. I did not that research. You can see data from the phone call record.
I keep the boxes with the equipment come in, so in case I had to ship it somewhere, I don't look around for bid shells, all that stuff to load the box right there.
Look at the back of it, says Hallmark. You put them on the table for a few days. Alright, I got it, man. They're on my table.
I like that store. That store you used to, they had all kinds of funny cars. I've got one with a Santa Claus riding his mule. So you got a big toy package. He's got this big bag of toys on his shoulder, big bag. And of course the mule looks like a real sick, you know, I can hardly walk. This Christmas goodness makes my ass ache. And the poor mule, he was wasted. Yeah, the mule.
If you take sugar, child.
He was paying 7 sugar.
Take the combo. I'm telling you guys one thing that brought back the memories of going back to that. Yeah, the FCC came to my apartment when I was doing a party in Los Angeles and trying to say I didn't identify. They played the recording back and that's all they could hear was my identification.
The coast. But when the storm comes in, we'll get rain down here in the valley and in the mountain, but it's usually only on the south side, south and north sides of the mountains. As soon as you get over the peak on the back side of the mountains at 5,000-6,000 feet, there's no snow. It's just how the storm hits and lays the snow down. You know, they can get 80 to 120 inches of snow pack. But
I wish it wasn't in a bowl of, RF black hole here, so I'm kind of limited as to where I can communicate with any decent kind of signal. hoping when I get this commuter sideband together with that 9-element beam, and if I get this ICOM repaired, maybe come up with an amplifier. I think the ICOM only runs 25 watts, but that might be fun.
Well, I think in the past, I think you and I ran a couple of tests on 6 meters, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and that was actually pretty good because, from your location to mine on that frequency, geez, that was actually pretty doggone good.
Oh, yeah. Well, considering...
Howard, did you get that issue straightened away with your antenna?
The answer is yes, because it's not the antenna. It's the amplifier.
Oh, I see. Wow. What's going on with that?
Don't know. The amplifier is detecting SWR that isn't there. It's, with return loss of 38, 40, or 41 dBs, it's fictitiously finding high SWR that's not there. And these instruments that are in front of me are instantaneous in their response time.
Wow, that's interesting. Which amplifier is that? The Alpha?
No, that's the PAL-STAR. Yeah, the PAL-STAR is probably going to have to go back because it's got it's developed this issue that didn't seem to exist. It just kicks out on fictitious SWR measurements or calculations.
I don't know for sure anymore. He was involved with search and rescue here.
Security cameras in Georgia. 1 o'clock in the morning. So they were back and smell us around from one side of the room to the other, burning back through the machine outside. $1,008.
Oh, yeah, you bet. Hey, I'm going to bug out, get my last cup of coffee, and get ready to hit the rain locker so I can get out of here before Renee is up. And so, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care, K6BHP. Dave, Kerry's got to go too. Kerry, go ahead. I'll back out of here too, guys. I should be doing something else. But this is fun. Kerry, did you go away already? Oh, I do. Yeah, he's probably already gone. Dave, have a good day. Keep safe. I'll chat with you later. Thanks for the info yesterday. I appreciate it. WA6Q. Good morning. Hi, Billy. Take care. K6BHP. And get the history of some of the people that were there. It's a fascinating place to be.
Yeah, it really is, and that was one of the reasons why my physics professor told me to go to Iowa State. He said they really got a lot of things going on there, and I can process all of it, and I do not remember for sure the professor's name, but that was a lot of fun. He brought back a lot of memories where he brought that up this morning.
Down in LA, but just to say hello. Everything okay with you?
Yeah, it's fine, but pretty breeze here and clear and calm, and all is well here anyway. And generally, I gotta wait till the top of the hour to get over to the ramp to the hospital over here. That's going to be
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, everything's normal here. It's that the wind event, we were supposed to have a power safety shut-off notification came the other day. And yesterday afternoon, there was they rescinded that and said, no big deal. John, there was a windstorm that started last night at 9 o'clock. I was up 6 times last night.
it finally, really calmed down about 4:30 here. But I was seeing gusts of, 65 miles an hour plus here. And with all the trees missing, I've been here a long time, John. It's a very different situation here now with wind on this ridge. And, it actually concerned me. I thought I was going to lose my tower last night.
Wow, 65 knots will certainly rattle the hell out of the lawn.
Well, it will, and of course, the cleanup is still progressing here, but, out on the horizon, southeast of me, God, I've never seen that ridge. Well, all the trees are gone, so I can see a ridge, a mountaintop ridge coming from Orville up to Corning, and that ridge has got to be 2.5 miles away, and I can see it, right in my face. Well, with that canopy gone, buddy, I tell you what, the wind here, hey, it'll wake you up, buddy.
Yeah, we get there here. I'm up on I'm in an area called Sky Ridge, and it's a plateau that's pretty high in the film area. And it's wide open up here. I can see the red rocks and things over there. The Zion Park's about 5-7 miles in the crow flies to the northeast of here. And that wind comes down through that canyon there, Zion Canyon, and whistles right through here. Oh man, baby.
Oh yeah, I get it, and having been here so long, my observations and then seeing this with the cleanup work after the last 2 years, it's almost like I moved to a different area. Yeah, I woke up this morning. I said, "Where the hell am I? Wyoming?"
I remember looking. Yeah. We used to use a reference. I had it overnight in a real dark spot called, what's it called? We called it Rooney Base Farm, but it was Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Yeah, my experience there is limited, but I must say the two windiest places, just generally speaking, that I've been in is Great Falls, Montana, and Wyoming. Those two places there, on a nice day, the wind is blowing.
Oh, yeah. I think you say there's a place they call Medicine Bow. That's just up from Rock Springs. That is, they have some wind generators up there. You can say the average wind speed throughout the year is like 30 knots or something. I think it's pretty high. But we used to joke really and say that the windsock at the Wyoming airport was a lawn chain.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty severe. But WA6Q, I think it's near 20 after. I'm looking at the clock. I can't quite see.
Close enough.
Yeah, and I enjoy those states. They're really great. And, in Montana, up there, in Butte or, Helena or Missoula or Drummond, wherever you're at. But the minute you get over on the other side of the Continental Divide, and I guess that's why they put that Air Force base there, they can always get those big birds off the ground into the wind. But man, I'll tell you what, Great Falls, I remember the locals referring to it as Little Chicago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we used to, back in the day, we used to pick up some of those honky tonks there, and I remember one time I was driving my dad to, I was dating some gal, and she was a nice lady, and oh God, this probably has been back in the 70s, so we're talking 50 years ago, I was in my 20s, and anyway, and I'm not a big guy, I'm only 5'10", but anyway, this guy lays a hand on my shoulder and goes, he's like 6'5" or some damn thing, big old belt buckle and blue jeans. Look, I came right off the farm, and a ranch, and he says, "Son, look, this is my girlfriend." And I said, "Sure, you have a nice lady here. I just wanted to warm her up for you," and I backed away. Realize that they're going to get you is nothing but a problem if you try to force the issue.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, the other guy. Oh yeah, you went to that place where you picked up a game on TV. Oh man, hard to retrieve the team.
Yeah, well, not to play one-upmanship here, but those guys are from Great Falls, but they stay away from Butte. That's the real one. Yeah, in Butte, Montana. It has a reputation for that, and well, some of the stories I tell you on the phone, John, because some of the stuff I know about, family's still there. And, I didn't witness some of this stuff. Some of the things they told me, it's like, oh man, no way. That would never occur anyplace else. But yeah, in Butte, it did.
So what you're saying is Butte is still the Wild West, huh?
Oh, yeah. If you want to go there, and everybody's nice. Just, if you're at a drinking establishment, everybody just, be nice, because, boy, I tell you what, somebody walks in there and it doesn't take long, especially if you're not from there.
Yeah, you get outside of written on your forehead with a neon sign.
Oh, yeah, they can tell right away. Bob Canoodle's from there,
Okay. So I actually enjoyed with flying up there through Great Falls, and we had two right here, Northern Land and Southern Land. We were coming right here to a little bird between Great Falls and Billings. So we stopped there, and then West Billings, and then Glendale and Sydney, and then over to
campaign rally with Perdue and Loeffler. It was Trump's first public rally since losing the election, but Trump spent most of the rally falsely claiming
fighting the good fight, repair it to pre-loss condition, bill direct, and drop off your vehicle. Who hang out on Instagram, which I don't, and hit on the stories. If those around them are engaging in group activities right now.
total lifetime care with Hannah. Nothing can compare with Hannah. Worry-free families. Hannah Society.
Do you have a stay-at-home project? We can help. Contact PAR from the comfort of your home. Get a free quote online or call a pro to order your material. And the best part? We deliver. Call us or visit PAR.com for details. PAR, your project experts for 90 years.
Balance of Nature is fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
It's an awesome product. I've got my uncle on it, my mom on it. I've got 4 or 5 of my best friends from high school on it. They all have their own little story to tell about this condition or that conditioning going away. So kudos. It's just an amazing product.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Fasten your seatbelts, folks. We'll be preparing for takeoff.
Limu, how cool is this? Your first time flying. Oh, I didn't mean... Listen, Limu, you might not be able to fly, but you do something even cooler. You tell strangers that Liberty Mutual customizes their car insurance so they only pay for what they need.
Sir, do you have a certificate for your service bird?
Liberty, 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 Liberty. Get a customized quote at libertymutual.com.
This is Brian Kilmeade on Freedom 970, Portland's right place to talk.
You're flush with money now. You can go out there and buy one or buy two of them.
Bring it, George. You should be able to buy three. One for you, one for me. And actually, you guys one for him.
That's right. That's right.
There you go. All stacked up like pork liver around here. It's perfect.
Yeah, you didn't say that 7,000 for the museum.
No, wait just a minute here. My old 7,000 keeps pushing along here like a fruit. Yeah, but you just think you put it in one of the survey cases that you don't handle the definition of an EMP person. You're going to get to come out.
If the Democrats hear about that 7,000, they're going to cut you off at the shorts. So you see there, Craigie didn't have nothing to say about that.
Well, that's a thought, George. You know, maybe they got a buyback program for these 7,000.
They might have.
I don't think that's much. I think it's pretty clear back. I understand that. But that's their own help like that. What is that rock and roll?
I thought the actor did a nice job of portraying that very fine gentleman. But, you know, I was surprised to see the use of a satellite phone in an actual combat situation. I wonder if that's actually true.
I'm not sure. I would be a bit surprised. My family, we did another one that Chris Hemsworth the lead role in it. It was called 12 Strong. 12 Strong.
Okay.
It was about an Afghanistan thing or whatever, and you know, he's trying to befriend some local warlords to get help to help him against the Taliban or whatever. You know, you see it going, and there's a scene in there where he gets overrun, and so he's just riding on a horseback in some trail. And he's got a set phone, and he's talking to the boys above in a B-52, and they're about ready to drop on the coordinates he gave them for some heavy ammunition from the B-52.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I can see that though, from, you know, using communications for that reason. But, you know, going back to American Sniper, that guy was on the phone chit-chatting with his wife.
Yeah, that's cell phone, you do.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm wondering, is that, did they really do that, or was that just Hollywood?
Well, I don't know if the military does that, but I went on a trip overseas to deliver an airplane or whatever. They would give me a sat phone, and I remember, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Madras, India. It's pouring down rain. I'm getting the airplane refueled for crossing the ocean over there to Thailand, and I rang up the dispatcher on the sat phone and told them what was going on while we were taking a little bit of the money from the rain.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah, and those things, that's just amazing. Yeah, I would imagine using a transponder for that that's probably pretty pricey.
They told me $10 a minute.
Yeah, howdy.
This morning, so I have to get on my best voice.
So you're going to be a radio personality this morning?
Yeah, I got a quick interview to do about this senior center without walls that we're rolling out on Thursday, so gotta make some noise.
Really? Walk, but I haven't been downtown even, Little Armstrong, so that's a whole week now. So anyway, I guess when I get checked up from anywhere, I can tell them I haven't wandered around any place. But boy, oh boy, we're starting getting clobbered with this virus thing. It's really
Carl, it's going to be a busy week. You can feel it.
Well,
short time, let's see if we got any other those categories. Well, let's see, we need to do internet remote. This time, come now. When you were frozen before.
Yeah, wheel weights too.
Man, I cannot stand Facebook. I wish they had a little less, I don't know what it is, but I wish they had less of it. Just trying to put an ad on there for help the sheetrock, and I'm going to try and see what somebody would charge me to sheetrock just the top part of the ceiling in here. Depending on how much it costs, I might pay someone to do it, but it's pretty tough to do it by myself. Or heck, maybe somebody just wants to come help me do it. I'll pay them an hourly wage or something. But they're saying that I'm not offering anything for sale, even though I sort of am. I want to pay someone to do a job, so I'm selling a job. I'm selling the opportunity to earn money, not free stuff. But if it was free, they'd post it. Anyway, not a lot else going on here. Rosie's been awake for quite a while. The puppy's awake. And, we're just hanging out, trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do for the day. Probably cutting out trail. More trail cutting is probably what I'm going to do. So that I can make one big loop over the Continental Divide and back without having to double through the same area. Anyhow, that's about it. I'll listen through for...
Ooh, so great.
To you, and lots of luck and lots of patience, and
do it on the screen so that you can really see. For me, that's 9/10 of it. If I can see the darn thing, if I'm halfway there. Maybe 9/10 of the way there. Good morning to Tim, 7-3, and nice meeting you. And I think that we've worked on. Your call sign's really familiar. I just can't place it. I think 40 meters at some point in sideband, but I looked through my paper log here and it's not helping me at all. So anyway, nice signal from Bragg's Creek, and 7-3 to you and 7-3 to Mike. Oh, to you, Lincoln Beach, you guys just bailed. 7-3 to Mike, and let's see. I had a couple of comments, and Mike's probably not listening anymore. I don't know if Tim is or not. On the coyotes, steers, and cougars, and the owl and the dog. So anyway, I copied all that, and that's the kind of morning I do up here. I have a cat, so we don't go up on the road walking with the cat. But there and check out the morning wildlife at dawn. That's when all the action is going on. And we have cougars here. I don't have a resident one this year, I don't think.
And as far as the coyotes go, we just shoot them on sight, every single one. Not one is
spared. And so we're not overrun with them this year. I have heard them out there, but not near the racket that I've heard in some years past. So I think we've flattened the coyote curve for this year, and we'll see how it goes. They can be a real menace, I gotta say. And the neighborhood dogs do keep them basically away for the very most part. Although the neighbor across the street, even with 4 dogs over there, has lost a chicken or 2 over the years. So they can be crafty, those scalding coyotes. I have no place to look here except for the end of my gun sight. By the way, my favorite coyote gun is the lever action 30-30. Do check that gun out, it's fun. Okay, well I guess that was just sitting here talking to myself, but I'm not going away. I'm going to just hang out, hold the frequency down, at least for
good day and have a good night. 20 NRI, go ahead.
you ready, Harry? Are you?
I won't be back on until I get this 300 up here. I got PDXh0b0 out in the garage. I might work on that and see if it's repairable, but no, I'm not on now.
Yeah, what does that use? 750s in the or the pilot?
The PDXh0b0 used a pair of 6146s.
Yeah, but what do you use for modulators? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I'll tell you that. Just in those little weird places that I listen to was. It is main, but it's semi-main. The sheriff in LA County is refusing to enforce the lockdown orders, as is our sheriff. Mendocino County, we got this major spike that's going on. Everybody's got it. Almost everybody's dead already. If you're not smoking or something, they have. Are you ready? 20 new cases in Mendocino County, and they have 2 people in the ICU. And Rudy Giuliani has it. So when these people that are in the focus get it, we've been through one, and that was Trump. He was back on the job for 3 days. Let's see how Rudy Giuliani is certainly in the target group. So let's see if he survives. The people on the left are cheering and right on, Justice Giuliani, So anyway, we'll see how that goes.
I got my coffee, things like that. I was just things got out of the way.
waterfall and stuff. At least I got my socks on now. I've kept talking from it, so feeling a little bit better. But yeah, I saw, what's the name? Stephanie Rule on NBC this morning saying, no more.
It's kind of stupid. Yeah, but don't seem like they even all vote anymore. I don't know. They just like to go rah, 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 and they don't get the vote out. Well, that worked. Should have been close.
Well, tell the judges to look into it. Tell the FBI to look into it. Tell the CIA to look into it.
And there's got to be some proof somewhere locked up in somebody's garage, but nobody's getting the proof. They want proof. They want literally proof. They need those chips, those memory things where they show them passing them around to each other behind everybody's back. On that one video I seen the other day, and they don't take that as
anywhere, and I finally found one called A Christmas Card on eBay used. We wanted $35 for it used. What's the deal? I don't know. Let me go in the other room and pull out my DVD of it, and I'll tell you the exact thing. Here, okay, 57 RTM.
WA60UMX.
Phil, am I coming in any better now?
Yeah, you're doing a lot better now.
WB6 back from the coffee pot. Hello there, Phil. Good morning.
Good morning, Dennis.
So what's going on over there this morning, Mr. Phil? Anything?
No, not much. Little nippy out, 27 degrees.
And your name is not Phil.
Nothing going on today. Got one tomorrow, that's all.
Oh, I thought he said Joe, too. Nothing going on over here.
No, one's named is Joe, the other one is Phil. I said, how's things doing this morning? Phil.
Yeah, I thought you said Joe, but anyway, it don't matter. So, yeah, just kind of figure out what I'm going to get to. I think I'll do leaves in the yard today, and I've got to change one downspout stuff, so I've got to move it over so it gets correctly. And I did a little welding job for Dennis up in Lincoln yesterday. He had a project that a part he couldn't find anywhere on the planet. And by gosh, we took the milling machine and took it apart, welded it, and it's all ready for it. So kind of took longer to get the machine out and hooked up than it did to do the job.
Isn't that the way it normally works?
Yeah. So he was
He came down and saw me on Friday, I guess it was. Friday or Saturday. No? I don't know what it was. That's Friday, Saturday. Anyway, he brought this little part down. He was frustrated. He couldn't find it. It's out there in the shop. It's ready for him to pick up and goes to his posthole digger, so he can go out there and dig some more postholes.
Ah, okay. Well, this is Monday, just in case to let you know, this is Monday, all right?
Oh, I thought this was Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, no, it's a Monday.
I used to hate Mondays. Now I don't care.
I heard somebody say good morning, Dennis. Who that? Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
Oh, there you are, Steve. How you doing this morning, buddy? Everything fine?
Yeah, it's a little on the chilly side, but yeah, we're doing good.
A little on the chilly side, okay. Yeah. Did you do anything over the weekend exciting?
Well, I went skiing Friday up at Tahoe.
Oh, really? And how's the conditions?
I went to North Star. They make their own snow, so the conditions are very good. But if you go to a place with no snow, it's horrible.
Yeah, a lot of rocks and everything else to deal with, huh? How was the traffic? Was there a lot of people up there?
No, very, very few.
Was you wearing your mask?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, your ski mask. Okay.
Well, it's a natural thing. When it's down below freezing, you're out there doing maybe 40 or 50 miles an hour. Something over your nose. Yeah.
Well, I think, Jerry, that's a pretty good idea, that, and some goggles to protect your eyeballs. On mine, if I have not going to 50 miles an hour wind, they'd want to run water like crazy.
Yeah, I think skiing is the one sport which just naturally is going to adapt to COVID with no problem.
Pants at Costco, 6 weeks ago or something like that. Just one pair, brought them home, wore them a couple of times. Yeah, these are okay. I could do this. They were pretty loose, but they.
And were you a ham operator then? And did you use ham radio as any form of, as your form of communication? Or did you have other means, if you needed to get the word out, emergency or anything when you were off grid? Over. Yes, sir. But we got them and actually harvested and made some money. And now I have to go spend that money fixing up the road that they tore up to take out the dead trees. So there we go. But anyway, I'm going to look forward to seeing those trees. And there's also redwoods there that's just pretty...
So we'll take some messages to you through Marquita, I hope. And I hope you're not long in the hospital. I hope they do a good job on you so you're back and hale and hearty and back on the air again. Go ahead, Bill.
Swamp boughs on one hand. Oh, the swamp thing. Oh, yeah. Well, that goes along with the farm truck. There's two characters with farm trucks. most of them are in fire departments, and specifically in Grayton, it's in the Grayton Fire Department. So anyway, I've been talking to fire chiefs on the phone, and emergency and Redcom people and stuff like that. So yeah, fire. It's so dry. But the last thing I'll say before I stop ranting, which probably gives everybody a relief. I lost it. So anyway, too much ranting. Ranting about ranting shut down the interpreted fragment that I was about to offer. So anyway, I don't know if Larry or Duke are out there. If you are Duke, you know I want that drone. I know I've come over to the dark side, and the only other thing I wanted to say on that, okay, I'll say this and then I'll give it up. I probably came off as being snobbish about mushrooms yesterday. I really do like agaricus bisporus, big ones, little ones, and all kinds. They're delicious and tasty. My thing about maitakes and shiitakes is, you know I'm a health food nut. You've already probably figured that out. So they are both immune boosters. And so they're part of my COVID strategy is eat a lot of meat, shiitake and maitake. And the other thing about maitake mushrooms is that they are anti-cancer. They may actually reduce the risk of cancer. And final thing to say about them is that they actually taste pretty good. And what I have found is if you saute them really kind of lowish heat with butter and salt for about 20 minutes, pretty long hard fry, they end up tasting like corned beef. Seriously. So I use it on a Reuben sandwich. I use a maitake corned beef. So that's my thing about mushrooms. It's not that I don't like all kinds of mushrooms. And actually, I haven't even mined a few maggots in my mushrooms. So I'll just throw it up, and I guess maybe this evening we'll do the station to right? Maybe to a 10-man party. If you will. 220 or 110? 110. The worst case scenario is you can get a Honda generator with an extension cord. Correct. How many watts does it pull? My generator.
Anyhow, feels good. Go ahead, Mark. Okie dokie. Hallmark movies. The Christmas one is started, I guess, a 3 weeks ago, and we haven't watched it yet. We enjoy watching Christmas movies, but they're pretty well designed the same as far as the plot, and you can almost estimate what comes next. But they're enjoyable anyway. Anyway, yeah, we do watch those. You guys are sounding like divine here. Let's see. I was looking on the website, and I got a few. This isn't asteroid information, but we got a few quick. And Gretchen and I got a little bit of a debate as to whether we should.
said, yeah, we have kind of problems with that, but I don't think... But I've done this.
Whiskey America 6, Delta Oscar November. Keywords SDX. Calling CQ Delta X-ray. Calling CQ Delta X-ray. This is Whiskey America 6, Delta Oscar November. Listening for the long path. Whiskey America 6, Delta Oscar November. Keywords SDX. Calling CQ Delta X-ray. Calling.
Well, you good morning. Thanks a lot.
Morning, Al.
EWC on 7DXS. 28 mostly going up here up to the day.
Hello. Good morning.
Below that, so watch for blowing oak leaves, I guess. You never know what.
I know him by his first name now. He's called Bear.
Eat there. Yes, Buffalo Golf for the Disciples Amateur Radio. Everybody's welcome. And like AE7CJ, John says, keep it friendly, folks. Go ahead, Jim, up there with the all those critters and the leaky gas valves. And how are you in Alberta doing?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, the fan sounds a little clear this morning. A little funny, but I guess that's the way it is. Oh, yeah, I've been reading about, I started back in Genesis, back when I started out when I was a kid. And I'm up there in Exodus now where Moses is up on the mountain, for 40 days and 40 nights. And I can imagine, I know what happened when he came down and found him doing that marksman business, with that golden calf. And he broke the calf.